I thought I'd touch on a quick case study, and this one is really testament, I think, to what Stephen Town Planning stands for, and that's actually looking at the project, thinking about what someone's trying to do with it, and then making that end result work. So this is a property that came to me. I'm going to go very quickly through it, but it's 2,400 square meters. It's in Logan. The client wanted to do 4 townhouses. I had a look at it, and I was like, yes, you can do 4 townhouses, 2,500 square meters. Why do you want to do 4 townhouses? And they said, well, we just want to rent them. We don't have nothing fancy. We just want to rent them. We're going to keep them. It's going to be good rental income. So was it possible? Yes. Was it the best thing that they could do there? Definitely not. So we dug in. This is actually a couple of years ago now, right when the new planning scheme came into play. So there was a lot of unknowns at the time. So we had a good dig into it. Found these things out. I won't go into detail, but basically minimum average lot size, 500 square meters. There's some new opportunities, new uses, dual occupancy, auxiliary unit, dual key. All of these things came into play at the time that we got this inquiry. What we ended up doing for them, despite them just wanting to do 4 townhouses, we ended up subdividing it into 4 lots. So there's a bunch of things we had to, issues we had to solve there. So nothing too crazy, but we deal with some things. And we got a dual occupancy auxiliary unit on each one. So does anyone know what an auxiliary unit is? Yeah, so an auxiliary unit is essentially a granny flat that you can rent, is probably the easiest way to describe it. Also known as dual keys is the other thing that we hear a lot. Dual key is not a defined term, so call it an auxiliary unit if you want to be savvy. What do they end up with? So these are my numbers, so please don't take these away and quote me on them. But basically, they wanted 4 townhouses in that area. They would have got about $1,200 a week, equity of about 1.2. What they ended up doing is them under construction. They ended up with about $2,500 a week rentable and about 1.8 to 2 million equity. So just by me questioning those couple of little things to try to figure out exactly what they were doing and why they were doing it, we're making them a ton more money, and all the costs are the same. So infrastructure charges are the same. You might have to pay more to a surveyor potentially, but generally the costs are about the same.